Hi, it's Anne from Walsh Quilting, and I just wanted to share quickly this plus sign section that I just finished quilting out. And I didn't put the machine on while I was doing the video because it's white thread, and this is kind of a white background with little green lines, so you really wouldn't have been able to see what I was doing as I was going. So I wanted to get right in close here and show you. This is a really quick way to fill in space. I know it looks maybe like there's a lot of thought and planning that went into all this weaving, but there really wasn't. I basically wanted to have about a 3/4 inch to an inch puffy section here that kind of went off in a triangle. And that's what I started with. So I just drew my triangle like this with marking pen and a regular ruler. And then I have a little 1-inch ruler that's really handy. So I just put it in there to make 1-inch width and added the next line. And then I can line the center line up here with the line I've already drawn and get a 1/2 inch spacing for the outside lines. So I started by stitching this triangle here. And then as I was looking at it, I thought, okay, what else am I going to do with this? I really didn't plan to just do a bunch of lines in the block. But as I was going around, I just worked my way over here and then decided, okay, let's bring another line down here. And okay, well now I'm going to have a 1/2 inch space here and a 1-inch space, another 1/2 inch space. So I marked those on and stitched them, and then I just filled in this area with these back and forth lines that are really close together so that that batting is packed down. This section is going to puff up. And then came around here, did the same thing here with the back and forth straight lines. And then I got over here and I thought, okay, let's make a section that looks like it's going here and underneath this one and coming out the other side. So again, I just placed my little 1-inch ruler on there and drew the lines that I needed to draw. And I came in here and stitched this out, and then came down here and I stitched this extra 1/2 inch space here. And then I didn't want to just fill this whole space up with back and forth lines because I was on a roll. And I thought, why not bring this in here again and do another little section, 1/2 inch spacing on each side, back and forth lines, came over here, stitched these lines, back and forth lines up to here, and then I was all the way up to here, and I could stitch these and get that section in. And then I knew again that I didn't want to fill this with all the back and forth lines. I wanted some more design kind of popping up here. So I went and did the same thing, and I carried it kind of behind this block. I didn't really, obviously, but drew the line so that it looked like it was going behind. And so then you get this really cool weaving effect. And I just kept working my way around with the puffy sections and then the packed down sections. And it really went pretty quickly. So I could tell you it was a lot of work and a really specific design plan. Or I can just be honest with you and say I'm getting kind of tired. I'm at the end of the day. I wanted something super geometric that was just going to quilt this section and look good. And so I made a really easy design choice. So yeah, you know me, I'm going to be real with you. This did not take very long and it was not that hard. So if you like it, give it a try. And I really love this little 1-inch ruler. It's an OmniGrid ruler. Whoops, upside down there. And so it's the same line as a lot of my rotary cutting rulers. It is a rotary cutting ruler actually, but I have it in my room with my long arm because that's really what I wanted it for. Doing quick measuring on the fly like this, especially when I don't really have a plan, and I could just grab it, add some lines, and away we go. So I'm going to try doing some more of this under and over with the geometric lines, maybe in some of the white section. I'm going to move over here really quick, and I hope I don't make you seasick or motion sick as I go. This section here was already stitched, and this was the little feather section, and I posted about that yesterday, I think, where I kind of wrapped the petal around this way to make it look like it was coming out of this bordered section. And I mentioned that I like to do that once in a while because then I can leave myself open to the option of either just leaving it as it is or quilting more of a feather up to this section and then having it be divided by this border to look like it's kind of going out and then coming up again. So that's what I did. I put this big feather in from the edge of my quilt all the way up, and I met it here, and you can kind of see how there's one full feather plume, but this one is not. This is traveling along that border line and then coming back out. And same with this side. The last complete one is right here. And then I've got part of one traveled back, up, traveled. So it just kind of gives the illusion that it's going behind and then coming back up. It's not hard to do. Don't be afraid to travel stitch and cut off your feather plumes. Maybe it'll freak you out the first time you do it, but it's okay. Make it look however you want it to look. So there is my nice puppy feather. It did not go well when I was stitching it, so I did not videotape it for you. I had to go back in and add more thread to correct some areas I did not like. However, that is kind of a system that I use. If you don't like it and you don't want to pick it out, add more thread. It'll fix it. Okay, talk to you later. Here's my wave. Bye for now. Have a great weekend.